for 3 months. So he had a game plan. Then in the last 6 days, they go, yo, you're fighting Masvidal. So now your training that you did for one fighter has to switch to another one in 6 days. So I give him major props for saying, yes, I'm taking that match.
Yeah.
Right? I give Masvidal props for taking that match in 6 days and losing 20 pounds to make weight.
Not only that, traveling across the country,
everything.
You gotta understand.
I give both fighters
in
major
1
props.
week. If me and Al had to go from Florida to Las Vegas, then go through blood testing
and
all this
weight.
Then you gotta fly to Abu Dhabi, which I don't know how far that is, but I'm sure it's fucking super far. Then you gotta adjust to the time difference, which is always the hardest. And then deal is a lot, just regular, and we're not even fighting. So, props. But I think, look, it worked out for the UFC because they got, I think, one of the highest pay-per-view buys since Conor and Khabib.
Yeah.
So they won, and they didn't lose. Like, Usman's stock is still up, and more people now love Masvidal because the way he went about it. A lot of people now like, yo, Masvidal, the way he went about it, he took it as a man. He didn't do no excuses and stuff.
Because he didn't do no excuses. If he was started saying, yo, I took the fight in 6 days, I did this, they would have booed his ass. Now me, I want to see a rematch right away between both of them. They both have the same training time, and they go back at it. I don't want to see Usman and McGregor come back at 170, because I got a feeling Usman will kick McGregor's ass.
To be honest, I don't think McGregor's gonna fight Usman.
No,
I think
he has to go back to his weight, 155.
Burnt. This is what I think is gonna happen. I think McGregor's gonna fight Masvidal. That's just my gut feeling.
But the fight that you want to watch now is for the championship, and I see a rematch of them, the same two guys we saw, but with a good training camp. Them two.
So who will you? So you would rather watch?
I will watch them two again with a good training camp versus a Masvidal McGregor.
I will watch Masvidal McGregor.
The only way Masvidal will fight McGregor is because the money's there. McGregor's the attraction. McGregor's the money.
Both.
No, the thing is, they will have to fight at a 170 because I don't see Masvidal coming down to 155. And
Either way, I would love to see McGregor versus Conor. It will be an exciting fight. Look, they talk shit.
No lie, it would be a good fight.
Pay-per-view buys.
But me personally, just by the pay-per-view buys that this just happened, tells you that an Usman and Masvidal fight number 2 will give you the same buys or more. Just not only just because the names, but now you're gonna have Masvidal training for a specific person, and Usman too. And I got a feeling that you will see a knockout. It's not gonna go for 5 rounds. Either somebody's gonna get knocked out or somebody's gonna get choked out.
I disagree. I think if they fight again, it's gonna be the same thing.
You think it's gonna go 5 rounds?
I don't know if we'll go 5 rounds, but Usman, his wrestling is too good for Masvidal. Masvidal is gonna make some changes. He did, like Usman said, he defended the wrestling, but once you're there, you can't do much.
You really can't.
So I think if they fight, it'll be the same thing. I think like they say, matchups make fights. I think Nate, I'd rather either watch Nate versus Masvidal because they're gonna go stand up. Masvidal has to fight someone stand up to be exciting. The same thing if you fight Khabib fights Conor, it's gonna be good because they hate each other, but it's probably gonna be the same thing all over again. So it's not gonna be as exciting. So I would rather watch. I would love to see if there would be some shit like Khabib versus Usman.
So who should go up or down?
It will have to be Khabib will have to go up. I think Usman's too big. I don't think he can make 155.
Usman can come down to 155.
Yeah.
He will look weak.
But like I said, that will be because they're both great grapplers. They're both similar styles. That will be a test for Usman, and it'll be a test for Khabib. I think Conor versus Masvidal, I would love to watch just for the like me watching Floyd versus McGregor. You just want to see the shit talking,
the trash talking.
Same thing with Nate. I would like to see the Nate with one of those two guys.
So
I wouldn't want to see Nate fight anybody else unless those two guys.
So
now you know what? I love Nate. I would love to see Nate fight anybody.
I would like to see, because Nate could fight at 155 or 170.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about that McGregor and Diaz and Masvidal fight, I would like to see a Diaz and Usman, and whoever wins of those two matches should go at it.
That would be good.
So
but I don't think Diaz
don't want to fight until the money's right.
Yeah.
He said, "Give me my money right, and I'm gonna fight somebody who's gonna fight me." So I could see Usman fighting Diaz, because Usman has that I could beat anybody motherfucker type shit. With my boxing,
yo, he's in great shape,
dude. This dude,
he's in great shape.
Or me personally, and this is just
people.
me dream matching. Bring GSP back
will be
versus
great. Yeah.
Usman.
Yeah, that would be great
because they're both in the same weight division.
Yeah,
and that'll be the match. I know George St. Pierre's been out. This motherfucker still trains because he does commercial.
Yeah.
He still looks like the GSP from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Him coming back to fight a Usman on a one fight, no matter if you win or lose, I would like to see that.
So I think realistically, is when it happens, and be Burns versus Usman next, because they have to do it. And I think Colby's gonna fight Masvidal.
Yeah,
I think that's what's gonna happen.
And then the winners of each fight is gonna fight each other.
And McGregor, I don't know. He's supposed to retire. I think he's just waiting for Khabib.
McGregor's waiting for the Gaethje and Khabib fight.
But I don't even know. Khabib's father died. Who knows where he's at?
But Khabib should know better that if he fights McGregor, the money's going to be bigger. Because the pay-per-view buys are going to be insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
But I don't think he cares about money, Khabib. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, it's exciting. Like, if it was up to me and Al, we will fucking have them fighting next week.
Oh, man. They got fights tomorrow.
And look, there's a fight
tomorrow.
There's a fight tomorrow. There's also like two more.
July 25th is another fight.
There's like two more cards for the month of July. And now, because Las Vegas, I think, is closing. I think they went back to phase 1, or supposedly. I'm not sure, but I think California and Vegas may start closing stuff.
Oh, shit.
So Dana was saying that he may have to just fucking maybe move out over there. He's looking at houses over there.
Okay.
So we'll keep you guys posted on that. Baseball is scheduled to start next week. We'll definitely get back into that. Hopefully, maybe next week when we do the next podcast, the Yankees will be playing.
Hopefully.
So we could definitely talk about that. We still don't know what's that about. And then basketball starting, I think, the week after. So we'll definitely get into that in terms of sports. We're going to finish off with some TV shit. What have you been watching?
We started watching the Walter Mercado shit.
Yeah.
I finished it. Brought back memories. Especially when I used to stay up late. And he used to come in for 5 minutes and give all the horoscopes.
Yep.
And Telemundo, or I think it was Univision. It's like everybody been saying hashtag grandma memories. Problem is I didn't have a grandma. I will have with my mom's. It was like we watch it. My mom's is like, yo, the last 10 minutes of the new cast, Walter Mercado's coming on. He would run through all the fucking horoscopes, and she was listening to hers because hers is Cancer. Back when you were younger, you weren't thinking about it, Capricornian. But once you started getting older into the teenage years and even older, you start listening, you know, tu número de suerte is this, this and that. Even when the daily news would come out, you buy it, you will always read the horoscope. And the reason was because of Walter Mercado. Other than that I've watched, what I've been lately watching on Netflix with my girl, is like these TV shows that you win money, like Minute to Win It, The Floor is Lava. Right now we're watching this one called Awake. It's a Netflix show. So the whole premise is they got 7 contestants. They got to stay awake for 24 hours.
the fuck?
24 hours counting quarters. Right?
What?
So when the 24-hour mark hits, they come with their wheelbarrows to the show, and they gotta tell the people how much they counted. So there's like 3 or 4 rounds of certain things they gotta do with sleep deprivation. So they haven't slept in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So one of the things they gotta do is a speed test, and then whoever loses, they get out. But the thing is, the 5 contestants, let's say me, you, Santi, or whatever, if you think you did worse than me, the host gives you a buyout. So the buyout is like $2,500, right?
Yeah.
He goes, look, not all of you guys did good. One of you guys are going to get voted out. But we're willing to buy you out for $2,500. Now, the whole thing is about playing poker. Do you think you lost or do you think I lost? Did you think you drank 4 beers compared to my 5? So you got to press the button.
Where you watching this?
Netflix is a Netflix show. It's called Awake.
Oh, okay.
So this is what me and my girl been watching lately, like contestant shows. Like
Yeah. Game shows.
these are the first time that me and my girl watch something on Netflix together.
Yeah.
It's not like a TV show like 13 Reasons Why or like other shit. She likes watching these things. It's like get her excited, like a minute to win and this.
Yeah.
So I've been watching these things lately on my own. I started watching this show, this documentary called.
On YP?
Nah, that's every day. It's one called Our Godfather. It's based on a Italian mafia, like this guy named Tommaso Buccelli, who started snitching on the mafia in Italy. And United States wanted to bring him here, but Italy wants to keep him there because he was bad everywhere. What else? The Walter Mercado, the Italian show.
Have you watched the one that says "Say I Do"?
Nah. I'm not watching those.
Yeah. In terms of me, I finished 13 Reasons last week. It got good towards the end. I found it interesting talking to Al and my daughter. I think my daughter had told me watch it. You told me the same, and then you guys talked about it a little bit in the picnic, the barbecue. My bad. And so I finished it. It was good. It was a little bit slow. It's different story in terms of what's always been. But for me, it was good. It's good to I learned a lot from what people are going through and stuff like that. So it's dealing a lot with anxiety and stuff like that, and how people manage it and not manage it and whatnot. So I was watching that. I finished the Huerta Mercado thing today because me and my cousin were talking about it on the weekend. He was going to watch it, so I didn't finish it since the last podcast. I think we did. We watched half of it. So no, the Huerta Mercado was good, man. Like, it's just crazy how you don't realize how big this guy was.
Oh, he was fucking.
We all grew up with him. I grew up with him. Like, we all know it's kind of like
it's like we grew up with Charlie Thing.
Yeah, it's like a Spanish character that we grew up with. But I think Walter Mercado was, I don't know if he's bigger than Chapulín or...
Walter Mercado was big,
That's what I'm saying. He's big. So, he was just big to us. And the same thing like Al said. My mom watches the novelas. And I would know, like at 6:45 or something, she would tell me,
yeah.
So I would go to listen to Virgo. I'm a Virgo. To listen to my horoscope. So basically, what he would do is, in between like a news show, he would do like a small segment that basically he talked about everyone's. He went through each person's horoscope.
Yeah.
And for Spanish people, and I can see it now. I'm older. When I was young, as anything, when you're young, you get information, goes one ear out the other, kind of. But now, like, looking at it as a different lens, as an older man, now I'm like, oh shit, now I can understand when my mom was watching it more. Now I can understand like what our parents watched it.